All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone who teach and rule well. Shalom to you, Akim, out there pushing this word on the highways and byways, on the hedges, making your bodies a living sacrifice. Shalom to you, and you believers out there. As we can see in the video above, we've seen that you know these ports are closing down, or there's a big show of force due to these port workers not continuing their duties. Man, they're asking for higher wages by 77%. As far as an increase, but they also are going against automation. Man, they're tired of these machines that are ramping up, taking their jobs, which they've been, heavy machinery and autonomous machinery has been implied since maybe the early 60s and so on. So these union workers, these port dock workers, or I can't think of the name right now, but it'll come to me. The longshoremen, they're tired, man. They're they're getting tired of and being pushed around, by the system, and you know, as we can see it, man, that can lead to a great famine, man. There's I believe in that video she said upwards of billions of dollars, $5 billion a day. $5 to $6 billion a day, man. This could really rock Babylon the Great. This could really put down this place in a very desolate position. And you people out here don't understand, especially you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Y'all are in dire straits. You already go day to day with, the I would say less mirth of the earth than a lot of these other nations, man. You're on EBT, you're on food stamps, you're on WIC, and all these other Section 8 government assisted programs, man. You don't have much to dig into that to your pockets with, man. The only thing you have is your Yahweh Shemi Shah. But we're gonna, without further ado, get into these scriptures, man. Like the brother on screen, had brought out. This is Haggai 1 and verse 11. And I called for a drought upon the land and upon the mountains and upon the corn and upon the new wine and upon the oil and upon that which the ground bringeth forth. Man, come on, that's a drought. That's a famine amongst all things, man. All things that we need to sustain ourselves in this human flesh, man. All right, all these things are being affected. All these things are being touched through the Heavenly Father, man, and His only begotten Son, who is Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, man. I keep seeing a lot of that lately. Folks still calling on Jesus, man. It's aggravating. It's vexing. Getting back in it, and upon men and upon cattle and and upon all the labor of the hands. That's right. We're seeing that more and more, man. And without further ado, let it come. We hope and we pray that Yahweh Shem Yahushua brings this to the forefront, so you people can take heed to these prophecies, man, so we can see the calamity on some of you people. Because again, you people are stupid, man. A lot of y'all are ignorant. You're foolish. You want to keep going through your day to day when you got this Esau's system, about to, really bear down on you. Now I'm gonna bring out. I want to get Second Esdras, and we'll start a Second Esdras. What I want 6. Bear with me. Second Ezra 6 and 22. Yeah, that's right. This is the book of Second Ezra 6:22, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. That's right. We're seeing that on a high level, man. I mean, even once the C-19 was brought about, you can kind of see, a lot of these places aren't flooding like they were, man. If you could think back to a time like the '90s, it was like an abundance in America, man. Everything was cheap, everything was affordable. There was a lot of laughter. There were still differences and things like that, but um, there was a mirth spirit upon this place, man. All right, and this reads again, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses, that's these marketplaces, these supermarkets and stores and things of that nature, shall suddenly be found empty. And we're seeing that, man. America is going against its own supply chain, and in a number of different ways. We see America destroying its own infrastructure, and it's again, order out of chaos, man. All right. Let me see if I can, in the blue letter, I think I want to get word in the blue letter. Let me see. Slocky. I'm gonna just get my precept while I find that word. But my next precept is still in the book of Second Ezra. See if I can find that word. I wanted to get that word. Yeah, you know what? I'll just get it in the Edamon. Um, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Let's get it. I was meditating on the word being brought out in the etymology. Um, let's get it right now. Yeah, there we go. Let's see the translation. Okay. Here we go. I was meditating on the word suddenly, man, because in in this walk and this life that we tread through every day, things can happen at a sudden instance, man. Things that'll kind of rattle your mind, put life in perspective for you, man. A lot of things been happening around me very suddenly, as a quick testimony, but it it makes you just meditating on things and staying in the moment. Things that are sudden, you could be lost in the what if, or be distracted into the past, which could bring about depression, or things of the future, which could bring about anxiety. When things happen suddenly, you gotta adjust and roll with the punches, so to speak, right? So here's the word. Just meditating on it real quick. The word suddenly, all at once. Now, again, uh, these prophecies are going to happen suddenly, all at once. And some of them are going to happen gradually, as we see, but a lot of these things are going to be a sudden thing. Now, October 1st through the 3rd wasn't really on the radar much as far as these the union outbreaks and the longshoremen protesting and things of that nature, man. It kind of just became uh, to a lot of folks' attention, especially the folks that's not into understanding what's going on in America. They fall behind the smoke screens and Diddy and all these other things. They're not really up upon the times, and they're not on the watchtower, man. Right? So all of these things can happen in an instant, as it reads here, unexpectedly, without warning. But hey, the prophets of the Most High, of Yahweh Shem Shah, we've been warning you all for over 30 years now. Especially the elder apostles. Excuse me, elder apostles on down, elder apostle Tahar, Elder Apostle Gabar, Elder Apostle Ramla, Elder Apostle Rakab, man. And the elder bishops. They've been preaching this word, day in and day out, man. On the highways and hedges and on these internet, aka unicorn epistles, right? So my next thing I wanted to go into was Ezra 16, because we starting to see these things, famine and things of that nature, uh, come upon us, man. This place is gonna be hit, man. It's gonna be a different world, and things are gonna change very rapidly, suddenly. Again, the Lord said what? He's gonna destroy this place in 1 hour. That's very sudden, man. You got to think of how much time this Babylonian Empire, the Second Babylonian Empire, aka Rome, aka Egypt, has been built and put together. It didn't take. What's the saying? Rome wasn't built in a day. Well, man, for the Lord to have that much power to suddenly throw down this place, every stone, every rock, every pillar, every person that that is in His way, man. I'll just say that. And via the hopeful elect, man, we pray that we're delivered up out of it, man. But in 1 hour, man. Matter of fact, let me just get that real quick, just to allude to backing him up on his prophecy, man. Um, and going into that sudden destruction, man, the sudden ceasing of this wicked queendom. I believe it. I knew it was in Revelation. But let me get it. There we go. Let me see if I want to get the whole anything else. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get yeah, yep. We'll start at 15. So this is Revelation 18, verse 15. The merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing. That's right. This place is going to be, again, brought down in 1 hour via the thermonuclear missiles, man. Via another stark piece of this book, of this good news. The part of prophecy. This place is going to be destroyed, man. Completely destroyed, especially all the inhabitants of North America, man. It's going to be totally wiped off, you know, um, so to speak, wiped off the face, obliterate. I'll say that obliterate is a better word to back that destruction up, man. Going into Revelation 18 here, verse 16 reads, and saying, "Alas, alas, the great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet." This is a city of mirth. This is a nation of great mirth, man. Everyone respects the U.S. dollar. That note, which is really a death note. You know, and everyone respects the power, the military might of Babylon the Great here, America. So it has this it has its it has its day of judgment, and it's being described here in the order of what it has built for itself, and how much it has gained off the backs of you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, through the destruction and through the destruction of Israel, man, the true sons of Abraham, Isaac, sons and daughters of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man, right? Um, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster, hey, speaking of these ships, right? Longshoremen, these ports closing up, and all the company in ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off, and cried, the verse 18, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? Going into 19, cast dust on their and they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour she is made desolate. There's that 1 hour, going back into that word sudden, suddenly, you know, that's a screeching halt, man. For this place to run for what now? Almost, uh, I believe America was established about 270 years ago, something like that. Officially, coined the United States 1776, I believe, right? For it to suddenly be all come to its bitter end in an hour via Yahweh Shem Shai, via Yahweh Shai, and the chariots. That's beautiful, man. You know. So going back into Ezra's 16, I'm gonna start at uh start at 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows is and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. What's that precept? Get it. And ye shall hear what? I love that precept actually. One of my favorites. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars, man. I love that precept. I love hearing the end of this place, man. Absolutely love it. Um, because we're tired of this place, man. This is Matthew 24. I knew it was Matthew 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye not be troubled. For these, Salakia, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. I love that because it's another comforting through Yahweh Shem Shah, man. Do not be troubled, man. We're not worried about it. You know, all this stuff starts to come to an end, that we know that this is the end of Esau's queendom. Uh, Eve's fall is near, and Jacob is who? Jacob got next. We got next. So again, man, we love that. We're in love with the prophecy of being restored to our rightful position. Our rightful dominant rulership. Okay. Um, Continuing on in Second Ezra 16, and let me start back. Let me start at 18 again. And the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, and beginning of famine and great death, beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, and the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Now, in a carnal level, just speaking as a man, if I wouldn't say trust in those things, but you can go ahead and start to get provisions if you have a green thumb, if you have a garden, hey, just prepare yourself. I'm not saying totally be a prepper like some of these militia folks and preppers, and you know you storing up a whole garage full of supplies. I'm not saying do that, but at the same time, kind of get yourself right, get your mind off of the folly, the bullshit, the fluff. That now is not the time to go to the mall and ball out on needless things, like clothes or shoes or handbags or whatever. Man, this is the time to kind of gird up that loins and get your mind on a very circumspect level to what you may endure, and not be surprised, not be suddenly surprised that things aren't as they seem, or things aren't set up the way the normalcy. Don't be afraid of the fact that the normalcy will seem foreign. It'll seem like it's over. It'll seem kind of almost like that hope is lost feeling. Nah, man. Hey, we got Yahweh Shemi Shai. You know, he says, trust in him. All throughout the scriptures, trust in him and you should be fine. You should be taken care of, you know. Um, let's see. Yeah. Um, yeah, behold, verse 19, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for an amendment, right? So I'm gonna just stop there and get what I want. Second Esdras. Nah, I don't want that. I want I can't think of it right now. Let me get it. And this is what you should do um to combat these things. And it sounds, it sounds to those with a little bit of faith, it sounds uh there you go. That's what I want. It sounds a little bit far fetched. You're sitting there like, man, I don't know about da 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 da. But it's true, man. You gotta, like I made mention, you gotta trust in the Lord with all thy heart, man. Um, what I want? Proverbs. Yeah, let me get Proverbs. Bear with me. There we go. Here we go. This is Proverbs 3 and verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart. Very simple, man. And I'm read to verse. Yep. Okay. So it reads, trust in the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai with all thy heart and lean not unto your own understanding. Now, there's a lot of jakes going off and doing that, man. But again, trusting in the true doctrine and the true, order and the ordinances of Yahweh Shem Shai, having that faith as a tool, not only faith, but your works. Verse 6, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. Now, I also read this little excerpt in the beginning of my book tonight, and it reads, where did I see it at? There it is. Psalm 119 and verse. Let me get Psalms 119. There you go. Thy word is thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Now that's a perfect precept going right along with what we just read. It says what? I'll start at 5 again. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart. Lean not into thy own understanding, and in all thy ways acknowledge him, and what? He shall direct thy path, man. All right. So again, with all these calamities and things going on, America, and it's all by design. We know that this chapter and this place has to close in order to bring the next chapter, which is the forever chapter. All right. And again, I hope that was just a pillar of light through this epistle. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well, man. Shalom to you, elder bishops. You, Akim out there laboring, pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. You few Akwaf out there that believe in this word in all truth and sincerity. Shalom to the next epistle.